glass ceiling, all of you might not be aware of what is this term. Glass ceiling. As we hear the word, we have two words here. Glass, ceiling. What do we understand by the glass? Something transparent, clear, through which we can look. And what do we mean by ceiling? Something above us, concrete, which we cannot pass through. Now, glass ceiling means it is a political term which was used by a lady named Catherine Lawrence, who was an employer in Hewlett and Packard company. And apart from that, it was again used in 1984 in one of the articles. Next slide, please. Next. How did it begin? President of USA, Mr. George Bush, he came through this concept and he formed a committee of 21 members and allot them the work to do a research on the barriers which is stopping females and minority people to reach to that top level management. I have focused only on corporate sector right now. We all know about women empowerment, and we do know that even number of women are increasing. But glass ceiling is particularly for the top level management, where women are very less in numbers. So when they went for the research, they got a report. Next please. They found these many barriers which stop women and minority to reach there. But I would only focus on women. One was inadequate recruitment practices. Many times we see advertisements in newspaper, only female required or only male required. But for the top level management positions, you will never ever see females required. It will be only male required. Why so? Why they don't feel that women also have that caliber for decision making? Why? Another thing, lack of opportunity to contribute to participate and corporate development programs. Why women are not getting chance to participate, or why they are willingly not participating. Maybe lack of confidence or maybe lack of support that they need. Another is lack of top level ownership. Till now, everyone feels that only male people have reached that top level management. So we cannot depend upon women and we cannot trust them. Next is orthodox views, means women are meant only for household, housekeeping, nothing else. Sexual harassment. In India, if we talk, there are 57% cases of sexual harassment in Pune. If we talk about Bangalore, it is 52%. So you see that from those cases, only 20% are being expelled from the company or they are punished. Rest, no action is taken. Next, please. This is a census of 2000. If you see, maximum women are they are holding position in media profession, and the least number is in business, right? If we talk about 2014, that is today, in each and every criteria there is around 30 to 40% increment. But if you see in business, still there is only 10% of increment in today's day. Next, please. These are few females, those who have broken the glass ceiling and they have reached that top level management. If we talk about Indra Noori, she is the CEO of, Chief Financial Officer of PepsiCo, and she is ranked the first woman in USA for the top level management. Next, please. What is the effect of glass ceiling in India? If we see today's scenario, mentality of women, of parents, of society is changing day by day. Women have reached moon. Women has crossed that barrier. Why? Parents have become broad-minded. Another thing, if we see, like Indian girls are giving more time, they are giving more dedication in their studies or in their training compared to the international citizens. Next, please. These are the Indian women who have achieved their goals, whatever they had in their life. From that Kiran Mazumdar show, she is the richest woman. Next please. Before I go for this, I would like to show you one practical video. I have done this research not with the primary sources, I have taken only secondary sources from the internet. And I would like to show you the video of women who are practically in this field. What are their stories?
Banking has been one of the engines driving the Indian economy, and its growth has seen a startling rise in the success of women, not just on the shop floor, but right at the very top. Chanda Kochar heads up India's second largest bank. She oversees 65,000 people and a network of thousands of branches. How is it that women like her have done so well?
The banks are making a decision based on merit, and they are picking and choosing the candidate that they think is the most meritorious at that point in time, without any inhibition in their mind of whether the candidate is a male or a female.
As banking has grown, so has female talent. ICICI since the 1980s has nurtured promising women, and there are now 8 major banks headed by female executives. Venkanchika Sharma, boss of a multi-billion-pound global bank. She says Indian women are supported by domestic help and the extended family.
I think family support is a huge distinction for us. So my mom or my mother-in-law or even my father or father-in-law would come by and help me when I was stuck in a situation.
These are the corporate bosses of the future. Competition to get into this management college is unbelievably fierce, with around 1,000 applications per place. The girls are determined to succeed.
I wanted to study further. I wanted to make sure I'm working. What am I going to do at home? I want to work. I want to make a contribution. More women are surely breaking the glass ceiling. And after all, it's more about the talent that you have and less about all the social constraints.
It's exactly 20 years.
India's first female banking boss was in the 1990s, and she says it was a lonely business then, being the only woman at the top. But banking was always seen as a good option for women.
These women joined because it was a dream job for them, you know. The family did not object to them. They go to office, sit in an air-conditioned office, they were very happy and meeting so many people, dealing with money. It was a glamour.
Women have always worked in India, but their rise in the last 2 decades in banking at least has proved.
So as we see, like initially it was a question whether glass ceiling really exists or not. If we talk about before 10 years, yes it was. Now there is no concept like glass ceiling. We have already broken it. If glass ceiling still exists, what can we do? Be planned. It is my assurance, if you are planned, if you are prepared, if your goal is clear, if you are able to look it beyond the glass, trust me, no one is going to stop you for achieving that. Be patient. No one is going to get overnight success. You are going to fail, you are going to fall. Rise again and again, rise. Be personable, dependable and generous. Best quality seen in females, very soft-spoken, kind-hearted, generous. So, maintain that qualities in you. Next, please. Be teachable and teacher. Before becoming a teacher, we need to be teachable. Gather those experiences with you and don't hesitate to learn from others also and teach others. Be introspective. Examine your thoughts. Is it really taking you towards your goal? Will you be able to do that? Are you really having that caliber? My opinion is, before breaking the glass, think once. If you are quite happy and satisfied enough in your universe, don't cross that glass. Next, please. Find a mentor. Find a teacher who can help you out, who can guide you towards the positive way. Build a reputation. We need to build rapport. Being introvert, if I'll be sitting in one corner, that is not going to help me out. Next, please. Make a choice. You want to really go for that way. If you are not able to, leave that and wherever you are, prove yourself. Next, please. So these are a few other key points which will help you out, like to develop your skills, to enhance yourself, update yourself, prove yourself, take the opportunities. If you are not getting it, go and build it. Lastly, I would just close this presentation saying that, especially for females, तू ना रुकी है कभी, तू ना रुकेगी कभी, तू कितनी भी गिरे, तुझे उठना है, तुझे उड़ना है और तुझे आसमान को छूना है. Last but not the least, a small tribute to all the females here and motivation from my side.
Growing up in Mississippi, my prayer was, for as long as I can remember, God, use me, use this life. I don't know what the future holds for me, but I know that there is a vision for my life that is greater than my imagination can hold. Use me, what would you have me to do? And that dream, that desire, that prayer brought me somehow to television.
And she's gonna learn that this life will hit you hard in the face. Wait for you to get back up just so it can kick you in the stomach. But getting the wind knocked out of you is the only way to remind your lungs how much they like the taste of air.
If we want to give all of our children a foundation for their dreams and opportunities worthy of their promise, if we want to give them that sense of limitless possibility, that belief that here in America there is always something better out there if you're willing to work for it, then we must work like never before.
To those waiting with bated breath for that favorite media catchphrase, the U-turn, I have only one thing to say. U-turn if you want to. The ladies not for turning.
You might never fail on the scale I did, but some failure in life is inevitable. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default.
Each of us must truly be a woman in the world. We need to be as fearless as the women whose stories you have applauded, as committed as the dissidents and activists you have heard from, as audacious as those who start movements for peace when all seems lost. Together, I do believe that it is part of the American mission to ensure that people everywhere, women and men alike, finally have the opportunity to live up to their own God-given potential.
many, like Kalpana Chawla, Sania Mirza.
Especially it is related to corporate world. And I even gave video of Indian women. If you see the first video I had shown as Indian women.